What's up, everyone, and welcome in to your Celtic Source. Happy August 26th. Um, I think, we're less than 2 months out. It's time that we do our way too early season predictions and preview a season that's going to be, there's going to be ups and downs. There's going to be a lot of, players shining and players, disappointments. And I don't know where this season's going to end up when it's all said and done, like their record or whatever. We'll talk about that. But before we get into anything, I think we have to start with the biggest news of the day. What are your thoughts on Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift getting married?
Um, I'm going to be honest, that's breaking news to me. I did not know that. I
Wait, you actually didn't know
I
that?
did not know that. I did not know that. I have been heads down working all day, and this is um I'm going to tell you what I think about that. I hope they're happy. I hope they're happy and find love, and that's it. You're on mute, man.
Think Taylor Swift posted it about noon today. Of Her post was I think it was a gym teacher and an English teacher getting married, something like that. Um,
I like that. I hope they're happy, right? Like, I hope everybody's happy. And, unless you're a Lakers fan, then I hope you're not happy. All right.
okay, we'll get into the season here. Before we get into our actual record predictions,
Yeah.
Jalen Brown, Derek White, Peyton Pritchard, I think are your sort of big three on this team right now. Who else has to show up for this season for the team to even have a chance?
Kada? I don't know. I mean, like, that's a great question. I think that's the backcourt, right? Who's gonna be your center? Who's gonna be your big man? Whoever that is, they gotta show up, or I don't think you really have a shot, right? I mean, have a shot. Be a good season no matter what. And all most regards, right? They'll have a winning. I mean, I think they're going to win a decent number of games, not 70 games, but so I think the big man's the question for me still. What do you think?
I mean, I don't think they have a starting caliber center whatsoever. Like
Yeah,
that, they're gonna they're gonna struggle to get. You could go with Cater, who probably has the most, you know, I would say, time in the NBA out of any of the guys they have on their team right now. But we saw last year, right? He can't shoot threes, that's for sure. Obviously, the Celtics are going to have to change up their style, right? It's not going to be a 3-point shooting team anymore, or at least this year, right? So Joe Mazzulla's,
well, I think they're going to shoot a lot of threes still because they're not going to change their offense. They're not going to get the drive to the rim, suck in the defense, kick the ball out, pass it around the perimeter three times, and get an open look. That's
mm,
going to be severely limited without a big guy in the paint to be a threat, right? Without a Porzingis, without a Horford, without somebody, right? Cornette. So I
yeah.
think,
I mean, I just think that defenses are just going to sort of double Brown, double White, and I don't think the talent around them is going to be able to bail them out on a three to save
yeah.
their that possession.
I mean, you've got Pritchard. He's unguardable. Never
Yeah.
too early.
Yeah, yeah,
Never too early in the season to start this meme.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I'll tell you my biggest question is actually not who's going to be your big. Like that is obviously the biggest question, but my biggest question is what Jalen Brown are we going to get?
Mm-hmm.
Are we going to get a perfectly great Jalen Brown from last year? Or are we going to get MVP Jalen Brown and he's going to put the team on his back again? And how healthy is that knee? How, that like that to me is the question because I think this season, as Jalen Brown goes, this team goes.
Yeah, I think people are forgetting. You know, I'm looking around on social media. People are forgetting that, right? This team would be really good if you could play Derek White, Jalen Brown, Peyton Pritchard 40 minutes a game.
Sure.
But you can't do that. You have to play them in their 30s. And that's when it struggles because, if you take one or two of those three off the court, this team is well below a lottery team. Like,
Well, I think
you,
I don't know about well
you
below.
can't survive with just one guy out there.
Not one guy, but so that's my second question, and thank you for queuing it up for me. Is what are we going to see out of a JD Davison? Is he going to take the next step? Actually, what about Baylor Scheierman? Is he going to, take the next step? We're going to need those guys to move from the JV to the varsity squad, right?
Mhm.
And I mean, I think they're going to get there at some point, and they're going to be good NBA players. But like, we're going to need them this year, and so I think that'll be really interesting. JD Davison got no time last year, and like, how could you? You're so buried on a team that's so stacked.
Mhm.
So that's what I want to see. Like, how does Jalen Brown go, and how does the second tier? What's the new bench? You know, 7, 8, 9, 10. How do they play?
Yeah, I'm not sure that offense is going to be a problem this year. Right, you have Anthony Simmons, who knows if he'll be on the team come, like they might trade him to try and get below that uh you know luxury tax or whatever tax completely, I think. But he right obviously is a terrible defender. I'm worried about this team holding up defensively
Yeah.
because Peyton Pritchard, right, he's also not a great defender. If you have him out there for 40 minutes a night for his offense, you also have him out there 40 minutes a night for his defense.
How would you grade? I would say I think Pritchard's defense took a step up this year for sure. It's not elite, probably never be elite, right? Like we're not going to pretend he's a Marcus Smart or a Drew Holiday or any of those guys on D. But I think it took a step up. What grade would you give him on his defense? Say second half of the season last year.
I give him a B, B plus,
Yeah,
whatever.
I give him a
But
B.
that was in spurts, right? I don't think if he's starting and you know, teams are just gonna hunt him all day, every day. And I'm worried that that also then slows down his offensive production.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's right. I guess I'm a little less worried at the perimeter because I think White, Pritchard, Brown, like I think they can play good D. We know Brown can for sure, and White is good, but like who's going to protect the rim when those guys go to the paint, right? Are you going
Mhm.
to are you going to have teams scoring 60, 70 points in the paint against you, right?
Mhm.
Like that you're not going to win that game. So,
Like, and I also think that, we also probably might not see a full defensive effort from Brown because he's, worried about his injuries, or he wants to save it for offense because they need him on the offensive end.
or he's thinking about 26, 27 when healthy Tatum's
Right.
back, right? And he's like, this isn't our year. So what are you going to do? Back off and play B plus ball or something? So I don't think that's who he is. I don't think he can really help himself, right? I
Right.
don't think he can half-ass it. But we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, Peyton Pritchard did say, I think, either it was today or yesterday, that right, just because this is from a fan and the media perspective, a quote unquote
Retooling.
gap year,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
whatever, that doesn't mean that the players themselves are taking it
yeah,
that way.
totally.
Right? They're
Totally.
still
I mean,
fighting.
well,
They
you don't get to be in the NBA if you're not super competitive, right? You just
right.
never make it. So,
Hmm.
um, but I also think one thing is, as we've talked about on this show before, that's going to really help them is the East is weak,
Yeah.
right? I mean,
Hmm.
it's there's a lot of Achilles injuries to star players. I mean, you're going to win a lot of games against just very mediocre teams, and are you going to win by 18 or 25 or 35? No, but you're still going to win by 9 or 11, right?
Right.
So I think that's why, and I want to hear your number first, but that's why I think, this team is still looking like, well, I won't say my seed pick and my win totals yet. I'll let you go first.
Well, I did talk about this a little bit last night, but I'll just go sort of share it with you here. Right? ESPN has them as the easiest schedule in the NBA, right?
Oh,
And
really?
yeah,
I
and
didn't notice that.
it's not like other leagues where you don't play everyone, or you play everyone odd number, right? You play every team at least every Western Conference team the same number of times, two,
Yeah,
one home, one away,
yeah, yeah.
right? Um, Obviously there's a little bit of a difference in your own conference with whether you play each team 3 times or 4 times or whatever it may be, especially with the in-season tournament that can change things up a little bit.
Yeah.
But they have them as the easiest schedule because they only have 13 back-to-backs, right? And they don't have a lot of travel. Like they're home or away, home for big stretches, and then they go on the road for a couple games, right? So they're not traveling for a lot. You also have the fact that what was I gonna say? You know, you still have, funny enough, 25 national TV games. Uh, Obviously, they're not playing on Christmas this year, but a couple of those are on Amazon Prime, so it's not really a national TV game, but still,
Yeah.
uh,
I mean, it is. We'll do another show. I'm not a hater on the like. I don't know where to watch the game anymore, and I have to have a lot of services. But
right.
it is a little confusing, to be honest. But
Mhm.
I think the schedule's going to help them, right? Like that's going to help them. There's no question, right? So what do you think for win total and seed?
So, I have them in a range. I have them in between, I think they'll be in between the ninth seed and a top five playoff spot in the East.
That's top nine. You just said. You just said. Oh, you just said they'll be in the top 9 out of 10 spots.
They'll be in the Eastern Conference. I think they'll be somewhere in the play-in, maybe the sixth or fifth seed,
Okay.
with about 44 wins.
Okay. So interesting. I actually have them as the fifth seed.
So you're very bullish on them then.
Well, I look around and I struggle to find 5 teams better than they are in the East. I can find some of them, right? Cavs,
Who are the teams that you have better than them?
Knicks, Cavs, Magic.
Okay, you have the Magic ahead of them. Okay.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Do you not have a Milwaukee with Giannis?
Yeah, sure. Sorry, and Milwaukee. So who else?
Um,
76ers? No.
I mean
Like
a healthy Joel Embiid in the
no such thing. So
okay.
like I mean, but also you can't put them ahead of them, right? So like again, it's not that I think the team is going to be. I have them at 48 wins. Just again, I think it's an easy schedule. So we're in the same range, 44, 48. Not too different. 44 feels light to me. That's only 6 games over 500. That feels a little light to
Yeah,
me.
but I see them winning very few games against the Western Conference.
I think you'd be surprised. I think you've seen the Nuggets just throw up a game and score 70 points, right? You've seen, we'll see how well the Lakers is. They're dysfunctional. I think the Lakers are a better team than you this year, maybe, but like, I don't know.
Lakers are much. I think Lakers are a contender now that Luka Doncic is supposedly in shape and been playing EuroBasket all summer.
I mean, I think that's going to help them for sure, like the conditioning. I'm sure. Like, yeah, I think Lakers are going to be a tough one. I don't think they're going to win the West, right? I still don't see them beating the Thunder. Um, I'm not sure saw him beating a healthy Indy, but like there isn't a healthy Indy, so
Oh yeah, Indy's going to be better than the Celtics this year as well.
yeah. So 6, I guess that's right.
Well,
We'll see how the
wait,
Bucks are.
no, actually, because didn't Tyrese have no
Yeah,
Tyrese Halliburton?
he
Yeah,
tore
never
his
mind.
Achilles, but I think actually, I think they're better than you are this year with no Tatum and no Tyrese, but losing Porzingis and losing Cornette and
Yeah, but
losing
they lost their center. Who'd they lose?
yeah they
Was it Miles?
Turner, yeah, Turner.
Was it Turner or was it Smith?
No, I
Wait,
thought
no,
Turner.
not Smith. It was
I mean, this is a professional show where we know where every
yeah,
player's gone.
I forget who. Anyway,
We'll go to the interns. Uh,
who went to the Bucks?
uh, Miles Turner.
Was Miles? All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I still think Indy's probably on par with you this year, though, right? I mean,
Hmm.
so that's why I'm like 5 seed, right? Like Bucks.
Yeah.
We'll see how good the
I'm
Bucks are.
right because I'm on one hand, I'm like, Jalen Brown gives you a top 10 player in the NBA season, and you are in the
15.
playoffs. And then
53 win team, maybe.
exactly. And then on the other hand, you're like, this kid can't carry a team by himself at all. And you know,
Well, I think the real question is not. I care most about the last 20 games, not the first 20. Like they'll all add up, but like how you finish this season is going to be how you go as a team. Last 15, 12 games, are you
well,
healthy? Is
I
Tatum
don't
back and getting some minutes?
I don't know about that because I actually don't want Tatum to play this at all.
Well, I-
But then there's also the thing, right? You're in a 6 seed or whatever, and Tatum comes back, and maybe you could actually try and go somewhere in the
make a
playoffs.
run, make a
Yeah.
run. Yeah, I still don't think you're good enough, but yeah. I mean, what I think will be, I mean, again, only Tatum and the doctors will know. I don't hate if he's fully recovered, getting some minutes because you want to get those minutes out of your
Only
system.
even if it's only like 10, 15
Yeah,
minutes a game,
yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
more. Yeah.
You want to get the rust off so that you're coming back with confidence next year versus
Right.
like
But I mean,
going
by the time
behind.
he even makes it onto the court, he's gonna be running around, sprinting, and
Oh yeah, they're not
yeah,
gonna put him on the court till he's 100% healthy.
yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, that's why I put us at the 5 seed. Like I- Indy or Bucks are a toss up, and I think we'll
I
find.
just don't see how they win enough games. Like not even I just don't see how they even contend against teams in the West. Like if they lose,
I
you
mean,
know,
you're losing two to the Rockets, right?
yep,
For sure.
to the Mavericks,
Two to the Mavericks, probably.
two to the
Probably two to the
Nuggets,
Lakers.
Lakers,
At least one, if not two, to Sacramento.
not Sacramento, but you're gonna lose one to the Warriors at least.
Yeah, but I think you're gonna lose one to Sacramento too. I mean,
Probably, yeah.
so I agree.
Spurs, right? Luke Cornett's gonna
You'll
obviously
split the Spurs,
he's just going to
corn on the
get
lobby.
on fire against the Celtics.
Yeah, so right
June
there.
June 10th. Or sorry, January 10th.
Oh, that's the game.
Luke Cornett's return.
To Boston.
Yep.
We might have to
January
go to that game.
January 26th is Porzingis' return, I think, or maybe Holiday, and then the 28th is the other.
I care more about Luke Cornett's return just because, like,
Fair
special.
enough.
And I'm hoping that our sponsor
Although,
and patron Wick Grosbeck will get us tickets.
yeah, well, I don't know if you saw the
I
official
saw. I
sale
did see
as
that. He did see that.
as I mean, I don't know why it took so long.
Well, you've met Wick Grosbeck, so maybe you can drop him an email.
Maybe.
All right. So that's my prediction. I think we end up the 5 seed. I think there's still too much talent on the team. Maybe we're the 6, but that's my call. 5, 6, and 48 wins.
Mm.
I think you're right about the West. We're gonna rack up some losses there. Um, I wonder. I wonder if we can steal some games though, because Luca gets hurt or something. Like you never know, right? If no, but I'm just saying, like
Yeah.
somebody's on the IL for 15 days and you happen to get there, you draw the game then, and like LeBron and Luca don't play,
I want yeah, I wonder how much LeBron is going to play this season.
yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he plays hard games and they rest him more, or he plays less per game, or I don't know. I don't know. He doesn't answer my texts, as we know.
I mean, he's probably gonna retire after this year now.
Again, he does not communicate with me. I do not know.
I mean,
I don't speculate on that. I bet he comes back for another year. My guess is
I mean, he
my
could.
guess is the Lakers take a big step, but not big enough. They try to put the rest of the pieces together in the offseason, right? They make it to maybe the Western Conference and lose or something.
Mhm.
And he's like comes back to be the elder statesman and maybe even off the bench to play one last championship role.
But here's the
That's my
thing: they're counting on LeBron to be that main guy. If he's just the guy coming off the bench, it actually changes up their whole.
well, I mean, not I mean this year I think he's obviously starting whatever, but
Yeah,
if LeBron came off the bench,
he'll never come off the bench.
I wouldn't think so, but he could if he gave you 18 sick minutes off the bench, like that's a nasty team, even at 41 to whatever, right?
Yeah,
Anyway, we'll see. All right. All right. And by the way, this is not a way too early preview. It's just a too early preview.
fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. But we'll do more in-depth analysis on individual players in the team as we get closer, obviously. But we'll wrap it up here. Thank you for joining me, of course.
That's my
Uh,
pleasure.
and yeah, follow on social media. Make sure to check out this podcast and other podcasts on Amazon, Spotify, Apple, wherever you get your podcasts. And until next time, go C's.
Go C's.
It's over. Time to say it again, Boston. Anything's possible. Banner number 18 has been secured.